tired of all this posy shit. You don't know me, don't know what I did. I'm tired of all this posy shit. You don't know me, don't know what I did.
So I'm bored. I'm in the mood to be entertained. I open up my YouTube and I start looking at my recommendations, and you already know. It's stuff to the gills with goddamn podcasts, man. Just lazy hoes trying to make a dime without having a right produce or edit anything, as well as using any idea under the sun as their gimmick, in the hopes of acquiring a wider audience to line their coffers. I remember a time when if you tried to upload an unpolished video of you just talking, you'd be cast away with us unwatched masses until you figured out how to get that cracked copy of Vegas Pro 10 and use it where the fuck. But then all those years ago, Twitch started getting to be a huge cash cow and cutting in on the action. Around the same time, many shrewd and scummy content creators were cheating the game to get themselves up by any means except putting the effort in to make quality content. You know, the same old. Due to all that bullshit, YouTube got scared, so it flipped a switch on its algorithms, and now all I get recommended from them is either videos at 1 minute or less, which are usually well edited and pretty good, but are really only made by content creators to keep YouTube from dropping their ass because they took longer than a week to upload a video. And on the other hand, it's hour-plus podcasts of unscripted, usually dry as hell conversations full of nothing I'm trying to hear, interspersed with awkward silence and long pauses, failed tangents, and unfunny jokes. I won't even touch on its amazing uses in the spread of misinformation, disinformation, and propaganda. Smarter people can probably make better cases for that than me. But like, who is giving all this shit enough watch time to make it so successful? I can only watch about 30 to 45 minutes of a decent podcast at most before the lack of any production gets grating. I don't know, it's not entertaining to me to watch a conversation between some bumfucks I can't even participate in. And that's another thing. They've grown to be yet another replacement for social interaction for too many of y'all, and it shows. And it's sad too. If you're a lonely fuck, just have a conversation with a person. Nothing could possibly replace that. These days you don't even have to leave your bed to communicate with anyone around the world, and you still bitching about being so lonely you need to watch podcasts? Man, get out of here. Now I've heard it said in many group conversations I've been in, usually by someone else, that, oh dude, we should totally be like a podcast or something, that would be litty. Which is a fun idle thought, but you know if that shit actually happened, things wouldn't turn out that way. It's different shooting the breeze with your friends just for fun, than just have to come up with decent conversation and then keep that going for a set amount of time, while you're on the spot in a studio with cameras and mics in your face, knowing every second of silence that you let slip by could be fatal to your audience and your success. With all those circumstances, it just gives an unnatural feel to many podcasts that renders them intensely awkward and unentertaining. But what about the ones that don't make all those mistakes? I mean, well, you know, in those rare few cases, I'd still not watch that podcast. If it's really worth watching so bad, someone's gonna re-upload the clips of it, so I'll have to wait an hour and 45 minutes to get the 30 seconds of funny I came to see. And with all the oversaturation of the podcast market, I don't really care to see another podcast even if it is fucking good. In conclusion, if you see another clean-cut, white bread, chicken shit YouTuber trying to add to the podcast surplus, tell him to write a script and make some real content for once, you lazy hoe. Now keep in mind, I'm just fucking around. This is all in jest. I watch plenty of podcasts. There are plenty of other fucking video essays to watch too. But thanks for giving this shit a watch, man. Let me know what you thought about it in them comments, you know. Peace.